So welcome to KSR Data Vision again. So today is the day 2 of our Power Platform course. So today we will be covering what is Power BI. So let me write the agenda for today. So basically, first of all, like you all know about myself. Like I am Indrajit Singh, so I will be instructor for your course. So I will be walking you guys through the Power Platform, how the Power Platform works, and like what are the things that we can achieve using Power Platform. So this is the second session. So today we will be working on what is Power BI. I will be explaining what is Power BI. What is business use cases where Power BI is used. Okay. How to download Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop walkthrough. I will be walking you through in the Power BI desktop, like what are the options which are available. It is readable, right? Anyway, like this is only like I'm writing here so that you guys are aware what we are trying to cover today. And ETL process in Power BI. Okay. And I will be letting you know what is Power BI service. Yeah, so this is the agenda for today. Like I will be covering all these things today. So I will be walking you through what is Power BI desktop, what is Power BI service, how to load the data, how to perform extraction, transformation, load, and like the main aim of the session of today is so that you can install the Power BI desktop and make you familiar with the Power BI UI. Okay, aligned? I say yes or no. Friday
Yes,
vibes
sir.
already started.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. So what is Power BI? So I think I have already explained it in the previous session. So would someone of you would like to give it a shot? Just give it a shot. I'm not going to cut any marks here.
So basically, it analyzing and visualizing raw data to present meaningful insights.
Okay, nice. Yeah, correct. Visualizing and analysis of data, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next. Any other pointer? Come on, guys, give it a try.
I think which help organization to make a data-driven decision for the future.
Yeah, so basically we can get the business insights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next. Any other
And
thing?
it will convert textual data, tabular data, and data visualization.
Yes, that is covered here,
Mm.
right? And once we have good try, guys, it was correct. You all were correct. So apart from this, like what we can achieve is, so once the reports are developed, so then we can share the report among various users, right? By putting it on the workspace, we can create Power BI app that will be very sleek in the UI. Like it will give you website kind of experience, and you can share it with the users, right? And you can share it with entire organization also. So just imagine like you have created a Power BI report in the desktop and you want to share to like all the organization people manually one by one. So suppose you are working in a big tech organization where the headcount is 1 lakh users, 1 lakh plus users. So then one by one, if you're sharing over the email, so then it is not possible, right? So for that, we have the solution available named as Power BI service. So Power BI service is nothing but where we host our Power BI reports and automatically reports will get refreshed. So there are so many things that we can achieve through Power BI service. So yes, this is the intro about Power BI. So let's go to the Google and I'll let you know how to install the Power BI desktop. So how many of you know how to install the Power BI desktop? Like from where to download and how to install? Guys, say yes or no if you don't know. I'm expecting an answer.
We don't know, sir.
You don't know? Okay, fine. So you know need to go to Google and you have to write Power BI desktop. Okay, so you will be redirected to this page. Then you need to click on here, Power BI desktop. So if you click on download now, it will take you to your this Office 365. So it might not work for all of you because Office 365 might not be enabled in your system. So if you want to download the executable file, click on this download option, advanced download options. So once you click on that, you will be redirected to the different page. So here you can select the language, that is English. Click on download. So now you want to download from one of these. So my system is 64-bit. So for most of you also, it will be 64-bit. So click checkbox here and then click on download. So then the file will get downloaded. So then you don't need to do anything. Just click on that, click on next, next, next. And like any software that you are installing, it will get installed. Okay. You know how to install, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so basically I have already installed it because I don't wanted to waste the time of yours. So you are clear how to download, right?
Sir.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Power BI desktop. This is how it will look like, the icon. So you can click on that. Then a software will open in your local machines. Make sure you have the space available in your system. It is around like half of the GB, the executable file. Meanwhile, Power BI is opening. So can someone explain like what is the difference between Power BI desktop and service?
Maybe it's on the cloud, that's why it's called service.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, good try. Come on, guys, let's use this time. Give your thoughts. I'm not expecting a correct answer from everyone.
Power BI Desktop is a development tool, and Power
Yes.
BI Service is a collaboration area where you host our report and end user can consume the report from that also, from the Power BI Service.
Yeah, correct, correct. Anyone else would like to give it a shot? I have mentioned a word in the introduction, ETL. So how many of you know about ETL?
I know, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Can you please explain to others and as well as me?
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
An extract transfer window, extracting of source files
Sorry, you were
from
not
different
audible.
systems and transforming the data. Hello.
Yes. Your voice is little low. I don't know, is it for me or it is for others also? Others, are you able
Extracting
to hear him?
the data from the. Hello.
Yes. Yeah. Please go ahead.
ETL is a process
Extracting the data from
basically.
different sources and transferring.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, ETL is a process where you extract the data from the multiple data sources. Also, you transform the data into that, and after that, you load that data in somewhere just like in a data warehouse or in Power BI.
Okay. Got it. Yep. So yeah, thank you guys for the explanation. You all were correct. So basically, this is how a Power BI desktop will look like. So how many of you are seeing this interface as a first time?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, only one. Other 22 of you already worked with Power BI.
It's getting installed.
Yeah, Sayed, you want to say something? Your hand is raised. Okay, no worries. Yeah. So only one is not aware. Other rest all of you have worked on Power BI.
No, it's me.
No.
Okay, so like most of us are beginners, right? So
No.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So basically, this is how the interface will look like. So you can, if you want to relate, you can relate it with a kind of Excel kind of interface, but it is not like Excel. But if you want to relate like Excel, also we install and then we will do any other Microsoft product. Consider any other Microsoft product, right? So then we are installing and working on that. So first thing will be the home icon here. So in home, we have different options available. Like guys, I will be giving like I will be going very slowly, and I will be covering the basics here. So please, like if you have already worked on the Power BI, please bear with me. So it might be boring for you, but others like it will be like foundational thing for others. Like they will be knowing what we can do with this option and all those things. Okay, as this is introductory class, so I want everyone to be aware like what we can do from where, which section of Power BI like represent which thing. Aligned? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So from here we can get the data and load the data. So now let me tell you like how many sources are available. So you can get the data from Excel, you can get the data from Power BI semantic models. Semantic models are nothing, but you can connect this report to the workspace, and then you can get the data from data flows. So I will be covering the data flows in the future classes, like what are data flows. Data flows is the process which is given by Microsoft out of the box. Okay, so then we can get from Dataverse. Dataverse, now you are familiar, right? You have heard the word this Dataverse like a lot of times. So then we can get the data from SQL. We can get the data from SSAS, like the cubes, right? Then we can get the data from CSV files. We can get the data from web or data feed, and there are many other things. If you want to check, you can click on more, and you guys can explore like which are the data sources which are what to say supported by Power BI. Just look, like for the file, these types of files are supported: JSON folder, PDF, Parquet file, SharePoint folder. So I think someone asked the question in the Prince, right? So Prince, you got your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can load the data from SQL Server databases, Access databases, Oracle, IBM DB2, MySQL, Postgres, Teradata. So Snowflake is also there. So then we have Amazon. Then we have BI connector. So similarly, you can get the data from Fabric also. Fabric Power BI semantic models are nothing but like these are the data sets. So then data flows, data marts, warehouses, lake houses, KQL databases. KQL is Kusto query language. Like previously it was known as Microsoft Azure Data Explorer. Now it is changed. The name is changed. So then from Power Platform, these are legacy, means these were the previously these connectors were there, but now like slowly and steadily they will remove this. Like now previously it was this was the previous connector for data flows, but now this is the correct one. Like this is the new one. And for Dataverse, previously it was Common Data Service. The name of Dataverse was Common Data Service. So we had a connector with the name of Common Data Service. Now it is changed to Dataverse, so we have connector for Dataverse. So can someone explain me like why they did not deleted this thing and they kept this thing?
I
Like
think for
if
migration.
yeah, migration is also a what to say valid thing. And any other issue? Any other issue that you can think of? Like they should not have deleted and sorry?
Like somehow, if a company already just to build in that format like legacy format, maybe for future purpose it will be needed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Okay. So basically they have not deleted this because they wanted the Power BI to be backward compatible. Backward compatible. Okay. So what is backward compatibility? Backward compatibility is nothing like, as you have already explained. Like suppose I am a person, okay, and I have a Power BI report which is working in my organization. Okay. So now suppose I have developed my Power BI report using this CDS connector, Common Data Service connector. So now if Microsoft will delete this connector, so then all my Power BI reports will break, right? Who are using this connection. So that's why instead of deleting, they rename the connector, and all the Power BI reports that are already working on the CDS will keep on working, and I don't need to do anything. So that this is the backward compatibility. Like you are adding new features without disturbing the existing infrastructure, right? Got it? Got it, guys? Say yes, no.
Yes.
So I'll try to explain you as much as I can. Like I'll explain the nuances also, like why things happen in the software market, right? As you guys, a few of you were having issues, like how we are completely new to the corporate, how the things will work, right? Just like have patience, have trust. So I will explain everything, okay? So then Azure also is supported. Azure SQL databases, Snaps, Analytic, then Blob storage is supported. So then Azure Data Explorer, yeah, this is the name for Kusto, right? I already explained. So then Data Lake storage Gen 2 is supported. So these all are things are the cloud storage device things, right? So now you will be getting an idea. Like these are all the cloud things. So the Power BI is used by data engineers also, right? So basically, you can you can say the Power BI is the front end for data engineer and data scientist. They will be. Let me explain you on the whiteboard. Okay. So suppose where Power BI will sit. This is the Power BI. Power BI. Okay, guys, mind me for my writing. If you're not able to understand anything, just let me know. I'll explain again. Okay. So suppose this is the file that you are having. This is the data. This is the data. Some data is there in the file. So then what data engineers will do? Data engineers, they will perform the ETL process using various pipelines. So pipelines can be ADF, it can be Alteryx pipeline, it can be other ETL tools, right? So then after extract, transform, load, they will load the data into database. Okay, this is our database. So now we will point a report to the database, and then they will show the various insights. So now the client will be able to access only this thing, right? The client will not be aware like what we have done in the ETL step, what we are storing in the database. So then this will act as a front end, right? So similarly for data scientist also. So in data science, what will happen? Like the raw data will be there, so then ETL pipelines will be created. So then the data engineers will put the data in databases. So then after that, like what data science professionals will do, they will create various AI ML models on top of data. AI ML model on top of data. So once it is done, so then they will store the predictive analysis in the databases. So then the Power BI report will be created on top of that. So like it is the vital part in Power Platform also, but it is getting used in many other fields also related to data. Okay, guys, aligned?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please keep responding so that
Yes,
like I'm not teaching to myself. Okay. Okay, so then there are online services also. You can select the data from SharePoint Online. You can select the data from Microsoft 365 Legacy, right? From Azure DevOps. So someone was mentioning yesterday, like Zira and all, right? So Azure DevOps is the alternative for Zira. This is the product from Microsoft. So here we can create task, user story, pull request. So how many of you know about GitHub? So
Yes, I know.
basically Git, yeah, Vinod, you have raised your hand. Okay, no worries. So GitHub is nothing but like we have Power BI service, right? Where we will be keeping all the Power BI reports, right? So GitHub is nothing but where many developers will collaborate and they will keep their code there. So basically, the GitHub functionality is available in DevOps also. So apart from user stories task, we can create a code also there. So that is out of scope for us. Just like FYI, giving you the additional information. Okay. And then there are some other data sources. We can get data from Jamf Pro, Microsoft Strategy for Power BI. So there are so many sources which are supported. So even like some of them, like we have not listened that what is this Basel Insight and all, right? So now you can imagine like how much extensible the product is. Like we can get the data from anywhere and then we can perform the analysis on top of that, right? So this question is clear, guys, right? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so then they have given some icons here, like the frequently used data sources. So suppose you want to get the data from Excel workbook. So you will directly click on here and you will get the data from Excel workbook. If you want to get the data from OneLake, you will click here and get the data. If you want to get the data from SQL, then enter data is if you want to create a manual table, you will click here and then create, and this is for data source. So this is the recent sources. Suppose you are connected with, so I have connected with one of the Excel file before the session. So here you can see like these are the recent sources where I have connected. Okay. So then this is transform data. So here like if you click on transform data, a window will open. I'll show you that. So if you click on data source settings, so if you click here, a pop-up will open. So here you will be able to see all the permissions you have to the various data sources, and here in data sources list, you will be able to see all the data sources and along with the credentials. So credentials are nothing but, suppose you're working on a SQL server. So for SQL server, there will be username, password, right? So though all those things will get stored here. Okay. Aligned, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here, from here, you can add the new visual. Then you can add the text walk if you want to add more visuals from the app source and from my files. So then you can add. So like now what is app source? So how many of you have Android and how many of you have iPhone? You know, like Android.
Android
Yeah, right. So when you are installing the application, how you are installing?
from Play Store.
From Play Store, correct? So similarly, this is the Play Store of Power BI. So these are some of the out of the box visualizations which are there. Like these are the visuals which are available out of the box. So now suppose you want any visual other than that. So you can get the data visual from app source. So basically in app source, various developers like us has created their own visuals, and then they have put it on the app source, and we can download and load, use this visual in our Power BI reports. Here you can see like there are so many visuals, right? This is KPI, then this map by Squillian, like this can be the name of organization which has created. Similarly, rows donut chart, heat map visual, hierarchy chart by MAQ software. Similarly, like there are so many visuals which are there, like in the app source. So you can like simply click here and you can add it to your Power BI report. It will be visible here in this visualizations pane. Okay, you can click on add, it will get added. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So then right now these functions are disabled because we have not loaded the data. So a new measure, quick measure, sensitivity, and publish. I'll come to all this after some time. Okay. So then this Copilot. So Copilot, how many of you had what to say listened about Gen AI? Right, generational AI, where you will be giving the instruction in the like layman English term and it will give you the result. So this is the Copilot chatbot which is available with us. So you can click on here, so then a window will open here. So then you will give the instructions here, like I want to calculate the sum of all the uh, invoices. So then it will give you the measure for that or calculated column for that. So we will be using that also. This is the most exclusive feature in the Power BI. So I will be teaching you this also. So then comes insert tab. So insert also, like we can add a new visual, more visuals, right? And like you can see, like we can do multiple things from multiple places. You can add new visual from here also, you can add visual from here also, you can add visual from here also. Okay. So then this key influencer is also visual. This is artificial intelligence visuals. I'll explain you these also. Decomposition tree, what are narratives, what are paginated reports. Now look, you can integrate your Power BI with Power Apps and Power Automate. So these are the connectors which are available here. Okay. So then you can add various buttons, shapes, and if you want to add an image from your PC, you can add that also. So then let's go to the modeling. So in modeling, like basically the data modeling we can do, we can create new table, we can manage the relationships. So you know, guys, what are relationships?
Yes.
Okay, so okay, let me complete this. Then I will be explaining you what are relationships. So then new table, then new parameter, then we can add this language, we can change, then schema import. These things are, I have to be very frank, I have never used. Like there was never requirement for related to this. You will also be not getting this, but I'll explain you. Okay. So then next is view. So in view, we have bookmarks, we have selection, we have performance analyzer. So basically, I think in the previous session, someone have asked like whether we will be covering the performance optimization of Power BI reports or not, right? So we will be covering that also. This is the option for that. We have sync slicers, we have mobile layout, if you want to view the page. So all these things are there. Okay. So guys, if you are getting any doubt in between, please stop me and then ask me. Okay. So then we have this all the performance analyzer. The optimize screen is there where you can like optimize your reports, right? So this was about the menu. So any doubt in the menu that you guys have?
No, sir.
No.
No.
Okay, so we are good to go ahead.
No. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let me move. Yeah, sorry, someone is trying to say something, or someone joined in between. No worries, never mind. So these are the sections which are available on the right hand side. So this is the filter section. So basically we are having three types of filter on the page, filter on the visual, and then filter on the report. So I will be explaining you all this thing, how this pane work. Okay. So then we have visualization pane. You can select various kind of visuals from here. Okay. So then like this will be the setting of visual. So once we have data, we will be able to see all the data, all the visual here. Let me load the data, so that you guys are aware how to load the data. Let's learn that, right? How many of you are excited for that?
I am.
Yeah, so let me show you how easy it is to load the data. So for now, I will be loading the data from the Excel file that I have downloaded, and it is in my local PC. So let me try to load that. Click on Excel workbook. So this is the file that I have downloaded. I'll show you the website also from where you can download the sample data sets and you can play with it. Okay. Yeah. So now we are loading the data. I'll explain you what is transform data. So while clicking on that here, let me. By clicking on transform data, there was a option, right? I asked you to. I'll explain it early afterwards. So this is that option. So basically now what it is showing, there is a Excel file, and in that Excel file there is one sheet FP_LP. So now after you click on that sheet, you will be getting two options. One, you can load the data directly, other is transform, and third one is cancel. So if you click on load, your data will get loaded as it is. Okay. And if you click on transform data, so then like it will open a Power Query Editor window. So where you can perform all the transformation process. Okay. So now let me explain to all of you in detail what is ETL. That takes us to ETL. Okay. So what is ETL? E stands for extraction.
Extract.
Okay. T stands for
Transformation.
transformation. L stands for load.
Loading. Load.
Right. So what is extraction? Extraction is nothing but extracting the data
From various sources.
Yeah, extracting the data from data sources, right? Then transformation is nothing but, so once you have extracted the data, so then there will be some anomalies in the data, right? So suppose you want to change the data type. Change data type. You want to change the name of column. You want to delete columns. So all these steps come under transformation things. So once you have done the transformation, so then you will load the data. So now where you will load? You will load the data to the data source. You can load it to data source. You can load it to Power BI, right? You can load it to your application. Got it? Extraction transformation load clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this is about extraction transformation load. So now someone can explain me like which step we are on now, what we have completed. Yes.
Extraction.
Yes. Anyone else? It's okay, guys. If you don't know, no worries. Like we are here to learn only. Just give me the yes or no. That is it. Okay. I'm not expecting much. I'm here to like train you and everything. So basically now we have extracted the data from the Excel file. So now it is giving us the option whether you want to get rid of that transformation step and you can directly load, or you want to transform the data. So basically I want to transform. I don't want to load the data directly. I may want to change the some things. So then let's go to the transform data and perform the transformation steps. So now Power Query Editor is opened. Okay. So this is the interface provided by Power BI to transform the data. So like now you can see here, right? This column we are not able to read in Power BI. So suppose this is also not needed. So then you want to delete this column. So there are multiple ways to delete this. So I will delete it afterwards. First of all, I'll walk you through quickly on this thing, like what are these options available. So new source is the similar thing which is available in the get data. So you can add new sources in the Power Query Editor. Recent sources will give you all the recent sources which is there, which you have connected to. Enter data will give you the option to create manual tables. So data source settings will give you like if I click on data source setting, one more icon will be open, one more window will be open. Here you can see like this is the Excel to which I have connected. So and then you can change the source and all those things here. It is of like out of scope for today's session. I'll explain you afterwards. So then we can have the parameters are nothing but the variables, right? So we can store the data in variables. So when if you want to refresh this preview the data, so you can click on refresh preview and refresh all will refresh all the data sources which are present here. Okay. So now this is properties. Properties will give you the details about the data that we have added. So advanced editor I'll explain afterwards, just like in this session only. So then choose column. You can choose the column by clicking here also, but from UI also you can choose. So suppose you want to choose this column, choose this column, this column, you can choose all this thing from UI also. So suppose you want to remove a particular column, you can click here and you can click on remove column. This column will get removed. If you want to keep this column and remove all other columns, you will click on remove other column. So only this column will be there and all other column will get removed. Okay. So now this is the keep rows. So if you want to delete the rows from suppose you want to keep only first 10 rows, so then you can to use this option to keep top rows. Suppose you want to keep only bottom few rows, so you will use this keep bottom rows. Suppose you want to keep some middle rows, so then you will use this option. So this is written in like simple layman terms, like they are self-explanatory, right? Then remove also. If you want to remove top, remove bottom. If you want to remove alternate rows, right? So then suppose you want to split a column on the basis of delimiter. So like if you have to do it by writing a code, it will be a hectic task for all of us, right? We don't know coding, correct? Guys, show some energy, yaar.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Yeah, or you are not able to understand anything. So suppose you want to split this column. on the basis of some delimiter. So it is very easy to split. Suppose I want to split this column on the basis of this windows, right? Wherever windows is getting started, I want to split this. So let's split. So we have different options available. We can split by delimiter. So delimiter are nothing but this comma, braces, number of characters. Suppose you want to keep only a few character in the start. So then you can do by that, by positions, by uppercase to lowercase, by digit to non-digit. So all these things you can do. Okay. Let's try with the delimiter. Okay. Let's try to split the data on the basis of this. We can split it by colon, comma, equal sign, semicolon, space, tab, but our option is not there, right? So we can click on custom. We can write this column. So now it will ask us, like, from the leftmost, we have to split from the rightmost or from each occurrence. I want to split it from leftmost. Okay. So once it is done, click on OK. It will create one more column for you by splitting it into two columns. Yeah. So you can see, like, you have two columns created. It has splitted the column into two columns on the basis of first space, right? So look how easy it is, right? So suppose you want to perform the group by function here. So you can perform group by from here. You will use this first row as header. So all these things I will be covering. So you have merge queries, you have append queries. Merge queries are nothing but the joins that you have in SQL, right? So let me show you the merge queries also, if I can show you with the one data source. Yeah, so here you can see we can perform left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. We can perform inner join, left anti join, right join. Everything you will be learning here. I will be explaining everything in detail, like what it means. Okay. So then we have append queries. Append is nothing, like it will append the table one below the another without any logic. Okay. Only thing should be the schema should be same. Schema is nothing but the number of column and the name of column should be same. Okay. Similarly, you can add some machine learning things also here. These are very advanced things, like they are rarely used. These are more what to say, as I've already told you, it is used by data science engineers also, so these are more relevant to them. Okay. So then we can perform various transformation things. We can transpose the data, we can reverse the rows, we can count the rows, we can change the data type of the row, we can change we can detect the data type if it is not there, we can rename the column, we can replace the values. Suppose you want to replace this AMD with KSR. So you can do it from here also. If you right click here, so then also you will get the similar options. You can remove this column, you can remove other column, you can duplicate, you can remove duplicate from this column, you can remove errors, you can change the type, you can transform, like you can convert from lower to upper, all those things. You can replace values, replace errors, split column, group by, fill, unpivot, pivot. I will be explaining all these things, what is pivot, unpivot. Then rename, move, drill down, add as new query. So basically these things I am using in my day-to-day career also, where I'm working. So we are frequently pivoting and unpivoting, we are cleaning the data, and then like these things you will also be using once you're working as a Power Platform developer or Power BI developer. So I know like some of us have already worked on that, so they must be able to relate, like these things are very useful, right? So now suppose you want to replace a value. I want to replace this AMD with,
Darling, water balloon bite the water balloon where is the bite?
sorry, someone is asking something. Okay, guys, I think it was background noise. I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are
Yes, sir.
audible.
Okay. So suppose you want to replace this AMD with anything else. So what do you want to replace AMD with? Tell me something.
Go with the KSR.
Okay. Let's replace AMD with KSR. So basically it was related to processors. So now KSR is into processors also. Yeah. So look, right? Look how easy it is. Right, guys? So this is how you can do all these things. So now suppose you don't want to replace it with KSR, you did it wrong. So then you want to replace it with someone else. You will click here setting icon. So suppose you want to replace it with AMD A9 A9 processor. Okay. So then we will click on OK. Look, it is getting replaced, right? So similarly, if you want to do other things like unpivot also, like you can do it from here also, you can do it by clicking right click also. Yeah, then if you want to add a conditional column, like wherever Intel is there, you want to add the Intel parent organization. Where AMD is there, you want to add AMD organization. So you can create that. So I will be not going into details because we have the session planned for everything. So we will be going there. So then you can check from here how much column distribution is there, column profiling is there, column quality is there. So if you click here, so then it will give you like there are 11 distinct and 5 unique values. So then if you click on column profiling, it will give you like for Intel, there are 960 count, and like for AMD, this is the minimum count, maximum count. So analytics you will be getting around your data. So if you click on column quality, so here you can see like there are the valid 100% valid. If if some rows has error, they will come here. If some rows are empty, they will come here. Okay, guys.
Okay.
So then comes tools. Here also we have these optimization tool. We can start the diagnosis and check like which step is taking much time. Okay. So now you must have observed like whatever we are doing, the things are getting added here, right? Correct?
Yes, yes.
So now why it is low code, no code? So basically in the wagon, everything is happening with like code only, DAX only. Like here it is known as Power Query. So if you want to see like what is the code which is getting generated when you are doing this thing, so just click on this advanced editor. So you will be able to see that thing. Yeah. So here you can see like this is the code which is getting generated behind the scenes. Okay. So now you look like it is very easy to perform the steps using UI itself, and then Power BI will automatically take care of rest of the things. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So now suppose our transformation steps are completed. Let me see if we so suppose this you want to delete this. You will click here. You want to remove. You want to delete the column itself. So this is the remove icon. You can click on remove icon. It will get removed. So now you can see like this is the text, right? ABC123 means that this is the text field. You want to change the data type of this to number. Let's change the data type. Change type to whole number. Okay, so there are some errors now. Like some for some of the column rows, it was not able to convert. So now you can replace the errors or you can remove the errors. So if you are removing the errors, all the rows which have errors will get deleted. So there will be some loss in the data. Let me show you. So here, how many rows are there?
960.
960.
960 rows, right? So let me remove the error. How many were there now?
953.
953, right? 7 rows are lost. So it might be the issue like we are losing the data which is required, right? So what we can do is instead of removing, we can replace the error with some value. So we will try to replace the errors now. So we will try to replace it with uh, let me replace it with 99999 so that if we want to exclude this, we can exclude it in the Power BI. So yeah, look now how many rows are there? 960, right?
960.
Yeah. So
Sir,
if you
I have a question.
yeah,
How to find out that errors? How many means I need to filter the errors. So how to do that in the filter?
yes, correct. Yeah, good question. Here you can see like this is the red icon, right? So this means error is there. So let me go to, if you go to view and click on this column distribution. So here like it will give you 592 distinct and 557 unique. So this will give you the column distribution. If you click on column quality, it will give you the error percentage also, like this many percent data has error. Okay, if you can see here
No,
it
no,
is
on
0%.
Only 1% I want to see. What are the errors on? Only errors I want to see. So how
Okay,
to
you want
see?
to filter. Okay.
Yes.
So there are different ways to filter that. So let me tell you how to filter. So one is to, you can scroll down and check wherever error is there. Yeah, this is the error. Okay.
Suppose that data is very big, means 2000 or 5000 record I have. I only want to see the what are the errors. Then how to see? Where scrolling will be taking, it will take time, right?
Yeah, it will take time. So for that, like here, like I don't think it will be visible. So what you need to do is you need to go to once the data is loaded. So then you need to identify like on which thing you can filter. Let me show you. So now we have replaced these errors, right? We have replaced it with this number. This is very good question actually. Like this thing you will face in the real world problems. So once you click on close and apply, your data will get loaded. How many of you know about primary key? Ma'am, do you know about primary key?
Yes and no. Primary key
Yeah,
help.
yes. Yeah, so basically
Yes.
we will be taking the help of that here. So product ID will be the primary key here, right? So let me click on table. So I will be adding the product ID, and then I will be adding the error was in discount price, right?
Yes, on price.
Okay. So now you can see here we have the things added here. Okay. So now you can check by applying the filter. We have put 999 there, right?
Yes.
Where is 999? Can you please quickly check? Are you sure it was in discount price? Let me check again. Edit query.
Actual price, I think.
It was in actual price. Okay.
I think so.
No worries.
Not
Let's
discounted price, was in actual
let's
price.
let's let's try that. So where is actual price? This is actual price. I don't want to summarize the data. So guys, you might be getting like overwhelmed what I am doing. So just let me show her how to identify. So then I will be explaining. No worries, I will be explaining everything like what is this sum I am clicking, what is this I am doing, right? So yeah, so
And we
these
have
are the,
recordings, so no worries.
yeah, these are the 7 IDs which have the errors. So now you want to check, right? Why like the error is there. So you can keep this ID, copy this ID, copy value, and you can go back to the data. You can click here, edit query. Like, this is very simple thing I am explaining, like very layman term how to debug. Okay. So like then after that, like you will, once you have more experience on Power BI, so then you will use the perfect column for that. So yes, so now if you can see here, so the actual price is 999, right? Let me move this step after where we have replaced error. Yeah, here. So here you can see the error is there, right? So now if you want to check why the error is there, so look, why the error is there, because the value was nil.
Nil value. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So now what you
Okay.
can do is, if you want to check like how many values are there nil, so you can go here. You can simply click on actual price, forward here,
And
nil.
Nil
So this thing, look, you
is
got everything, right?
Okay.
7.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. So I have explained it in, I have tried to explain it in very, what to say, layman terms. So I hope every one of you have got it. I say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
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 sir.
very clear, very clear. Thank you.
Yes.
I,
Okay.
I would like to suggest one more thing. When to find errors, there is an option we can duplicate the table, and we can just keep the errors means it will keep only the error part and it will remove all other actual data. So that
Yes.
is
Yes.
also
Yes.
one of the option we use in the real time. We use to use it. Yeah.
Correct. So basically, there are multiple things to achieve here
Correct.
in Power BI. You can do multiple things by using multiple options. So as like you can add visuals from 10 places, right? From here you can add, from here you can add. So it totally depends on developer to developer. So yeah, the more you work on this, the more you will get fluent into this, the more optimizations you will learn. It might be looking to you as a simple tool, like this is nothing, right? So the more you walk into this, the more nuances you will learn, as like someone has mentioned, like by keeping the error, right? So all those things you will be able to learn in the data transformation techniques. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, so I am trying to like do the things as visualization wise I can, so that you are able to build the story around. So this is the thing that I did like for in very layman terms, like the how the beginner will do. Like if you use your own logic, common sense, so this is how you will approach it, right, as a beginner. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is, I think we are through with that data visualize. Sorry, Power Query Editor. So now we were here, right? I have explained you this filter on this page and filter on all pages. So we will be covering this in much detail. So then we have this visualization section. So we can have various visualizations here. You can have donut chart. So suppose I want to show the document price on the basis of product name. So then you can see like how it is looking. It is very bad as of now, so we will create much refined visuals in the inner classes. So similarly you have slicers, so let me not disturb this one. So suppose you want to filter the data, you want to give filters to the client. So you want to filter the data on the basis of product ID. So you can give the slicers, so client can select from here, they will be able to select. So there are many other things. You can change the look and feel of the visuals. If you go here, if now you have selected the slicer, if you go here on the format your visual, so then from here you can change the look and feel of the slicer. Like if your slicer should be single select, if it should be 4 selection, like you want something to be selected all the time. So then if you want to change the shape of the slicer, you can change that. You can change the layout, you can change the callout values. So various things you will be able to change. You can change the property, title, effect. So like here, from here you will be able to customize everything. So like if you have to do it with code, it will take a lot of code to write, right? So here you will be able to here you will be able to do everything with the UI itself. Okay. So everything, this thing I will be letting you know how to change the shape and say a size, how to change the color, all those things. Like while we are creating the Power BI reports, I will be letting you know. So then we have this thing. From here we can search the analytical feature that are available for some of the visuals. For this visual it is not available. So then from here you will be able to see all the data sets that you have loaded. Right now we have only one table and these are the columns in that. So you are able to see here. Okay. If you want to create a column in the table, from here you can click on 3 dots or right click. You will be able to create new measure, new column. I will be explaining the difference in new measure and measure and column in the next classes. Then you can refresh the data manually from here. If you click on edit query, you will go to the transformation, then incremental refresh, manage aggregation. These are advanced topic. We will be explaining that. Then if you want to delete this model from here, you can click on delete and from model. If you want to hide it, you can click on hide, it will be hidden. If you want to collapse all the tables, you can collapse all, your table will get collapsed. If you want to expand all, you want to click on expand all and it will get expanded. So now the final section for Power BI desktop is these 3 icons which are there. These 4 basically. Now this 4th one is also added. It is added in the very recent release of the Power BI. Previously there used to be only 3. One is report view, then table view. Yes, someone is
Yeah,
trying to
can
say.
you give a quick, if you have few minutes, can you give a quick overview of the DAX view which they added? If we're going to cover later, then no worries.
Yeah, we are going to cover. Sorry, Deep is asking question.
Yeah, no, I was wondering that what was the purpose of adding that DAX view?
Oh, okay, DAX view. So yeah, I will be covering that.
Okay, no worries.
I will be covering that. Yeah. So this is your report view where you will be able to see all the visualizations which are there. Okay. And next one is data view. So suppose you want to see like from this view you can see only columns, right? So suppose you want to see the data, something is not coming correctly on this visualization pane. So you can go to this table view, you can filter the data here. like you can filter in Excel or any other tool. So you can filter, you can check like for this item, okay, actual price was 74990, but here in my report view it is showing something else, right? So from here you can perform various things. So here you can create column also, new column. From here home, similar things will be available, table tool, new column, quick measure. Sorry, someone is trying to say something again. Okay, no worries guys, never mind. So then we can create new table here. We can create virtual tables also here using summarize. Like you can create temporary tables, right? So everything we will be learning. We have 2 days dedicated for DAX. So I will be like building the DAX from very basic to advanced, like which is used in day-to-day life. Okay, that you will not get easily over the Google also. Even Copilot also will not be able to create that. Like you can get the references, but you have to use it by very smartly. Okay, so this is model view. Model view is nothing but the relationships view. So you will be having different tables, so you need to connect different tables virtually, right, by using relationships. So how many of you are aware about relationships, guys?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I know. I
Other
Don't know.
don't know, right? Yeah, there is no harm in saying no, no issues. Okay, so let me explain what are relationships. So relationships, so what is happening? So you must be having some experience in SQL, or you must have read relationship somewhere. So in real, what to say, forget about this thing, Power Platform, forget about databases. So what are relationships in our lives?
So
one
many.
to one to many, many
Like in our
many
So
to
you said
one.
lives,
lives or you said in a database?
in the life,
Life
like
also, na one to many relation we have. I'm a
so
daughter. I'm a
basically
mother.
parent to
I'm
child
a
relationship, right? We are related to our parents, right? Parent child. We have like you mentioned like your mother daughter, one to many relationships, right? So this is the basic example of a relationship that we can see around ourselves. So basically in relationship in databases is nothing but, in databases or everywhere they are same only, like how two tables are related with each other. Okay, so why relationships are there? So if I'll go into more nuances, so then that will be like too overwhelming for you. So for now, like what I will say to you, so relationship is the way of connecting in relational databases. Okay, so now you must be wondering what are relational databases. So relational databases are nothing where we have the data in tabular format. Okay, so it is not possible to have all the data in one table. So that is that will violate a thing named as normalization in databases. So it is out of scope for us. So basically relationships are the way to connect two tables using the columns. So so suppose you are having two tables. This is one table, this is employee table, and this is department table. So first column will be employee name, ID, and then the department ID. So employee name can be Prince, ID can be 2, department will be 1. Then employee name can be Deep, ID will be 3, and department will be again 1. Okay, so this is the department table that you are having. So department table will have department ID and department name. Okay, so suppose you have two departments, one is IT, another one is finance. So now these two guys, Prince and Deep, are from which department? IT and finance. So we have only this department ID here, right? If you want to get the name of the department, so then what you need to do is you have to somehow connect to this table. You have to create a reference to this, to one, and then you have to get this ID from here. So for that, how you can do what come to the rescue is relationships. So for relationships, we need to be aware about what are primary key and what are foreign key. primary key is nothing but a column which is there in the table from which we can identify every row uniquely. So if you can see, like if you have prior 2, so then you can say, okay, so this is related to Prince. If you have IDS 3, okay, this is related to Deep. So similarly, if it is there 4, so then it can be Indrajit, right? So 4, it is for Indrajit, right? So this is this I with the help of this ID, we are able to identify everything in the table, right? So in this example, this is the primary key for us, PK. Okay. So foreign key is nothing but, so in this table, can someone tell me what is the primary key in department?
ID.
Department ID, right? This is the primary
Yes.
key. So now, so here, what is the foreign key? Foreign key is nothing but like the key which is getting reference to the another table. So here, this is the primary key and it is getting referred from this table. So this is foreign key. Okay. So guys, this thing is not required. Just I'm trying to build your basics so that you guys are aware about what is primary key, how relationships work in the backend. Okay. So you got the rough idea about relationships. What are relationships? In layman term, it is a way to connect two tables. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So we have many kind of relationships. Basically, there are 3 types. One-to-one. There will be one. Like, let me go here again. Let me explain you the types also, so that you are aware what are type of relationships. Okay. So there are 3 types of relationship: one-to-one, one-to-many, one-to-n, we will call it, and n-to-1. So how it will be? Like, let me create this thing. So in one-to-one, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So we have one-to-one mapping. 1 is mapped to 1, 2 is mapped to 2, 3 is mapped to 3. This is example for one-to-one. Like every record in a table have a associated record with another table. Okay. Now what is one-to-many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. So here you can see, like 1 is getting referred here, 1 is getting referred here, 1 is getting referred here, 2 is getting referred here, 2 is getting referred here. That is 1 to n. Okay. So now n to 1, n to 1. So here it will be like, it will be the vice versa of this: 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So
Look.
there's many to many, right? One more relationship, no? Many to many.
Yes, many to many is also there, but many to many in databases, we will be needing bridge table for that, right? There is one
Well,
more relationship, n to n also.
question.
Yes.
And if we have no choice but to have a many-to-many relationship, then we can enforce the direction, correct?
Correct. That I will be explaining in like how to create relationships. So basically, most of us are beginner. So that's why I am trying to like build some
No,
these fundamentals also, like how things work. So
so
otherwise, it
no,
is completely out of scope.
no, I understand. But quick question: when you do direction, right, from this, when enforce, it will still look like star and star, right, on both the side?
No. If direction is both, so then it will be star and star. If it is single, then it will be on the basis of the settings that we have done.
No, if it is many to many, it will appear as a star, but in the middle there will be, like, connector with
Icon.
this.
Okay, you are
Yeah,
asking about. Oh, sorry. You're asking about this thing, right? And this kind of icon which is there, right?
correct. Yes.
Yeah. If
Means it's
filtering
different.
direction is both, then it will look like
Yes.
this. If it is filtering direction is left, it will look like this. Otherwise, it will
Okay.
look like this.
Right.
Okay.
But when you set the direction by using a drop down, right, it will still enforce the direction what you have chosen, like from left to right, for example. It will
Correct.
appear as a double arrow, but while filtering or while implementing that, it will still follow the direction which is we picked up from the drop down, like
Yes.
from this table to that. Right.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
thank you. And
Yeah.
sorry for the, yeah.
No worries.
Okay, please
So
continue.
then this is like n to 1. So then many to many is nothing but in both of the things we will have duplicates, and both will be referring to the multiple things. It is combination of these things. Okay. Guys, got it?
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Got it.
yes.
Yeah, I am expecting the answer from the people who are learning it for first time. Okay, I'm putting this effort extra for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, pleasure is all mine. So like, if you are having these basics like ready, so then you will be able to what to say, you will be able to like visualize the things, right, how the things are happening. So unfortunately I have only one table loaded now, so I will not be able to show the manage relationship icon. So once you click on manage relationship, so then there will be, let me try to duplicate the table and check. We have some time, right? Okay, I just want to show you the menu. Yep. So now if you click on this manage relationship, so there will be a pop-up which will open. Yeah, so it will auto detect also. Auto detect button is also there. But if you want to create manual relationship, click on new relationship. So here you have to select the two tables, from and to table. I want to create the relationship from this table to this table. Okay. So in our case, both the tables are same only. So it will automatically select the available cardinality, like one to this is colon one means many to one, one to many, and many to many. Got it? Now you're able to relate. What are these? One to one, many to many.
But
Right.
sometimes when you do many to many, it gives some warning.
Yeah, it will give the warning it is giving. Yeah, warning what it is giving is you don't have any unique column that does not have unique values. There is duplicate in your data.
Right.
So here you can see like single and both double.
Right. This is what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
It will follow this direction, right?
Yeah. So I will not be going into yes. Yeah.
Hmm.
So basically, this is not in scope of today's class. I don't want to make it overwhelming for others. So if you want, we can discuss in the doubt session.
Okay, no worries. Thank
So
you,
yeah, yes. So here we can set the filtering direction. Filtering direction is nothing but it will from here we will tell the relationship if we want to filter this table, if we want to filter this table, or we want to filter both the tables. Okay, guys. So this was about relationships. This is how we can create. So let me close this. So now comes this DAX Query Editor. So basically here what you can do, I think this was a question of Deep, like what to do in DAX. So suppose you want to, you have written a DAX query and you want to see the output. So you can simply write the query here and you can see the output. So
no need to go to DAX Studio, the second
correct.
other tool.
Yes,
awesome.
yes, correct. So basically now they have integrated everything here. So suppose we want to sum. Let me see if I can do that now. Let us use this Copilot.
You're working so hard to keep adding features.
Yeah. That's why like the market adoption is too high, right? So you can see like where it was and now where at what point it is, right? So there is a column name as sum of what is the column actual price. Let's see whether this is working or not. If it can give us the result. Okay, so basically I don't have the license of Copilot, so no worries, I'll get it sorted before the next session when I will be explaining. So basically here we will get the output of the DAX. So if you want, I can write some DAX for you and you want you can see the output. You want me to write or next session we can write?
No worries. I think it's pretty simple. Once we make progress, we can just have a quick peek
yes.
at this.
Yeah,
It's
basically I don't want to give sense to other people like we are doing advanced stuff. So guys, this was about Power BI desktop. So fortunately I'm able to cover the Power BI desktop in and out, like the interview, not interview, basically overview of this. So now if you have any doubt in Power BI desktop, you can let me know. So in next session, I'll give you a brief introduction about Power BI service, and then we will be able to, we will be starting the development, like how to do all these things. We will be using all these features. Yeah, open to doubts now. I'm done with the content.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Actually, I want to know like how we can differentiate the CDS and Dataverse.
Okay, just a second. So basically,
Okay.
CDS and Dataverse is nothing but Common Data Service is the previous name of the database that was coming with the Power Platform. So as Deep was mentioning, like it is, they are adding features in every release. New features are getting added. So now the basic underlying data structure is same only, but they have changed the name from CDS to Dataverse. So if you like, might be the reason might be like Dataverse is more intuitive name, right? Like it is database. So if you say
Hmm.
CDS, common data service, like it will not make that much imaginary, what to say, thoughts, right? Like it is a database. So these can be the reasons, but the underlying architecture is same. The name change happened.
Okay, sir. Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
So you can ask anything. I'm open to anything and everything.
Yeah, little bit you tell about the class structure. Means what you will start. You will start with Power BI or you will start with directly from Canvas or Canvas app
Yeah. So
available.
basically we have already started the first module. So first module was
Yeah,
Power BI.
visible. It is not visible. Your
Screen I
screen is
have
yes.
stopped. I have stopped
Okay,
sharing
okay,
basically.
okay.
So
That's what I was asking in the chat, that if you had that spreadsheet which you were
okay,
which
you
you
guys did
created,
not got it.
did you publish it somewhere?
No, we
No,
did
sir.
not. I guess Mahesh missed it. I'll have a word with him and he will publish and you'll get that. No issues.
But still, you guys give me the overview. Means what, how you are going to start. Means you are going to start with
Okay, this is
Canvas.
your first class?
No, this is the second class, right? Oh,
Yeah.
yesterday I didn't attend. Yeah, and yesterday I
Yeah.
didn't attend.
Okay, that's why you have that doubt. No worries, no worries. Just a sec. Let me bring that thing for you. So basically, if you go to the session in the YouTube also, I have explained in detail. So let me like show it to you in brief, like what we will be going through. So this is the sheet that I'll ask Mahesh to share with you. Okay. So let it open. Yes. So here you can see the Power Platform plan, the module wise plan. Just a sec. Something is very fishy here. So this is the module 1 that we have started today. So we will be learning Power BI desktop and Power BI service and how to integrate. And here I will be teaching you, basically I will be training you how to create Power BI apps also, how to share it among the users. And many of you must be knowing. So Deep, like, like now multiple developers can also work on one Power BI report,
Yes,
right?
but
With the help of
I
Fabric.
still want to, I have to still look into it, but no,
Yeah.
I'll learn that.
Yeah, so basically I have already created some POCs around that. So if you are interested into that, that is very, very advanced topic.
Oh,
So
please. Is
yeah,
that part of the thing or a
yeah,
curriculum or?
we can plan it like whenever we have done the content, what to say, early in the class, I'll explain it.
Mhm.
Okay. So I need to check whether the workspaces of KSR are supporting that or not, because that is with premium license, right? Deployment pipelines and all.
Yeah, yeah.
So if it is there, I'll definitely let you know. If even if it is not there, I'll create an architecture diagram and I'll explain you how it works. I'll
Please.
give you the
That
steps.
will be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we will be covering Power Automate, then Power Apps, then Copilot Studio, that is virtual agent, Power Platform Admin Center. Then we will be like learning what are these basic SQL and Excel manipulation that are required in day-to-day job. So then by using all these things, we will be creating a end-to-end project. Got it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. If you want to see the day-wise plan, this is the
Any
day-wise plan.
SharePoint? Are we going to cover the SharePoint?
So
Like
basically,
Power?
SharePoint, I will let you know how to establish the connection between the SharePoint if some issues are there. So basically, being a Power Platform developer, you will be only thing is required how to interact with the SharePoint data. So I will be training you on that. No
Right.
worries.
On that Excel topic, whenever you cover that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be covered here only, because what I will do is I'll try to place the Excel file that I have in my local to the SharePoint, and
Mhm.
then we will try to read it from there.
Perfect.
Yeah, because this is not a good practice to connect your data to the local, right? So then
Mhm.
like how Power BI dashboard will get refreshed. Okay. Okay, guys. So anything else that I can help you with? I'm stopping sharing so that I can
Hi.
interact with you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Manoj.
Hi, Indrajit. This is Manoj. Yeah. First of all, thank you for the session. And I think is that I could not able to join in from the beginning of the class because my meetings are going on that time. So
Okay.
I joined it around 8:10. However, when I joined it, that time we were like on the delimiter section. You were explaining delimiter section, where I found
Okay.
that comma was not working. So this class particular was in the preview stage, or that was the actual class going. Uh,
Which comma was not working? Sorry.
Delimit, when we try to do the delimiter and
Yes,
you selected
yes.
the comma delimit as a delimiter.
Because it was not there in the string. That's why.
Okay, okay.
And you were giving preview of that. You're going to still address certain portion again when you like to
Yeah,
start the
yeah.
bot.
This
That's
is
what he
nothing. Yeah, yeah. This is nothing but
All
this
right.
is introduction to the product, how you have to navigate.
Okay,
So basically, we
okay,
have
okay.
the people who are very new to this thing. So now after this
Mm-hmm,
session, they know like if you want to add the column, if you want to remove
mm-hmm.
anything, so you have to go
Okay,
there and navigate, right? So
all
this
right.
is for navigation. Like what are the things that we can achieve using Power BI? So I think
Okay,
like I want to listen the feedback also. Like was it beneficial for the first time learners, or like it
okay.
was very basic?
Yes, since I do use Power BI, Power Automate in my daily work time. So
Yeah.
since it was very short and brief, so I thought
Yeah,
that
correct.
in is this the way will the class will go? How can we do
No,
the end-to-end product? Because
no. Okay, let me share my screen again. I think you also have not attended the first class.
no, I was there, but I could not able to speak because I was in office that time.
Okay, let me show you again. So basically, if you can, if you miss something, you can watch the video also on YouTube that will be published. So this is the day two. I am giving the introduction to Power BI,
Okay.
and I have covered half of thing. This also walkthrough is also covered.
No,
So
no,
now,
no, no.
sorry.
One minute.
It was a glitch.
guys
You can
mute.
continue, please.
Yeah. So this is also covered, right? With the introduction. I have explained what are ETL pipelines.
Mhm.
Basically, I want to build the five foundation of the people who are very beginner, right? So that like the content is not getting overwhelming for them. So basically, in data modeling, I will be doing the various data modeling thing. Like we will be creating all those Power Query Editor thing, right? And then append query, merge query, everything I will be explaining. So then in relationships, we have a dedicated session. Like what are the issues that you face in the relationships? So then we have DAX 1, DAX 2, visualizations. So might be like here we will be able to cover the content early. So then I will accommodate this thing that I was discussing with Deep. So I will explain you about deployment pipelines. I'll explain you about how multiple developers will work on single Power BI report. So those advanced topic also we will be able to cover that. So this is visualizations, interactions, then bookmarks, sync slicers, then Power BI service, how to schedule, how to share, how to create Power BI app on top of that, what are subscription and alerts. So then we are having a dedicated session on Power BI. So we will be covering length and breadth of Power BI reports. There is no issue in that.
This is more implementation kind of training.
Correct.
This is right, not designing. Designing, we can learn a lot. There's like already KSR has a YouTube Power BI videos. If 5 of
Okay.
those you go through, you'll still get a
Mhm.
Yes,
lot
yes.
of basic
All right.
understanding.
So basically, I can say that maybe we can more into when end-to-end we do the end-to-end project. That will be more sufficient enough uh, to get what we have
Yes,
learned.
Manoj.
All right.
Everyone is focusing on end-to-end project. So basically, what
Mhm,
my intention here is to build your basics, that foundations that much strong that if you are creating
mhm.
even a one end-to-end project here, you are able to articulate that thing in the interview like that. You are like it will give a feel to them like you have work on the actual stuff. Okay,
Yes.
so
All right.
even I also can create PPTs by taking the like the Microsoft Docs, and then I can come here and give it the session to you, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I want to like train you guys, not teach you guys basically. So
Yes.
I will be training you on everything, the issues that I have faced. So basically I have around 7 years of experience all into Power Platform. I have worked on
Okay.
Dynamics also. I have worked on Power Apps, Power App. I know how to write JavaScript, how to customize this with JavaScript, C Sharp. So all those things I have worked on. I have vast experience into this thing. So
Mhm.
basically I have faced various issues. So that's why I have kept 2 sessions for DAX. So I'll let you know how to create measures that will interact with your slicers, right? So those will be the advanced stuff. So if I'll start teaching these things at the first day itself, so then like it will get overwhelming for others who are like joining this, right? So we have to go step by step so that it is not becoming overwhelming for them.
Yes.
Question.
So, Indrajit, second question, last questions. Since I'm more into like power automation because I'm on the project at my
Okay.
office place, and I'm stuck in to get in particular like Excel function in the Power Automate.
Okay.
So what are the topics we are covering? Are we covering like loops, like in that way, loops, or do
Yes,
while? What?
again, everything is covered there. The foundations will be covered. Then you will create Power Automate. We will be covering from set variable to get the data
Mhm.
from API. So
All
everything
right.
will be covered.
And I saw that there is a 5 to 6 days for Power Automate. Uh,
Yes, yes, yes.
the structure, so that will be sufficient enough to learn. Means there will be the covering all the function in that 4 to 5 days.
Yeah, 4 to 5 days is like 1.5 into 6. You can calculate like how much hours they are. So Power BI cloud, Power
Okay.
Automate Cloud is like I don't think it is gonna take that much time, right? I will be explaining you everything. What is concurrency? What is pagination? How many
Mm,
embedded if and else you can have, or like how to optimize the Power Automate flow. How many parallel branches you can have. So everything will be explained. Don't worry on that. I
okay.
will not what to say compromise on the content or on the
Mhm.
things.
Okay. Why I'm so yeah, so
Yeah, yeah,
worried about
I,
it?
yes, 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 yes.
In no that I just just I want to share something for you
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because when I saw this KSR ad on my YouTube, and when I was very happy to see that, because no other organization or any establishment provides such kind of trading on this latest technology. So,
Correct.
and the thing is that in my organization, I have taken a challenge wherein with my manager I told that I will do this project in coming 2 months. So
Yes,
that's the
yes.
reason I was very very worried to learn things. If I'm investing, so would I able to get all the things which I have challenged to my manager? Will I sufficient enough to complete that project in that duration? Joining this KSR data course. So that was my all over concept. So I hope that Indrajit will help me out, and I'll complete my challenge what I have taken in my
Yes, yes, yes.
office.
Yeah, yeah. So I am
Yes.
assuring you guys, like the content is like there will be no compromise on the content. I'm not gonna skip anything. If you have like attended 2 days session also, I have covered various things which were out of scope also, right? Like there was no need to explain what are the types of relationships which are there with the diagrams and all. So I'm trying to build the intuition as much as you guys can, right? So I will like sometimes like it will be like overwhelming for you, like why this guy is going into this much deep things. So but I want you to learn. I want you to like know. I want you to basically create various visualizations around your mind. Okay, this is how the things are working. So apart from this power platform, I'll let you know many other things also. No worries on that. So
Yeah, sure.
you
So
can
it will
rest
go
Thank
by
you,
assured.
Indrajit,
the chart.
for this such a giving the confirmation, and that's really feel satisfying. Thank you very much, and give 100% confidence to me that to complete that project. Thank you very much, Indrajit.
Thank you, Manoj.
Yeah,
Okay,
Ritesh.
Indrajit, question.
Yeah,
Dynamics,
Ritesh.
is it important?
No, no, no. As in first sessions, I have explained the various career prospects. So basically, it is
Uh-huh.
one of the career path that you can achieve using Power Platform. It is not
Okay.
important,
So,
not at all.
so we will build the solution using Power Apps, Power Automate, correct?
Yeah,
These
Power
two.
Automate. Yeah. So basically, I will be giving you some gist of 1 or 2 lecture of dynamics, also how things work, just for your what to say knowledge. Okay, this is
Okay.
also there. So in interview, like if you're saying like we know, like this is also
Mhm.
there, right?
Right.
This can be also achieved. So suppose
One
you're
last
going to
question.
a
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Row level security, is it important? Because I would still think let it be more of an implementation point of view rather than designing something. Designing Power BI, it's a whole like one full module of the course.
Correct,
So
correct.
designing part you will cover, which is important for the implementation of this entire Power Apps
Power BI.
correct solution.
Yes, everything will be covered, designing and all. So basically, in the first 59 to 60 days, we will be covering all the foundations. So now you
Right.
have all the tools in your bucket, right? So now you
Mhm.
can create anything by using those tools, right? So then I will
Yeah.
give you a scenario. So then you will come up with the design. Okay, Indrajit, I will be using Power Automate for this. I will be using
Perfect.
this for UI. So then automatically these conditioning will build in into US.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Indrajit, I have to go.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Indrajit,
Saurabh.
Indrajit,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
Is this course suitable for individuals with no prior knowledge or experience in Power BI? Because some of my colleagues want to ask.
Yeah, you can ask them to check this recording on YouTube. So I think I
Okay.
have covered everything as per what to say, beginner basis only, right? So they will be able to what to say, they will be able to relate, and this is completely beginner friendly course. Anyone can join. I will be giving all the things as per business beginner sense only. So like we will be in the few sessions we will be teaching like beginner, so then automatically after few sessions the concepts will build for them and they will be able to understand.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Sorry to jump in, but who was asking? Somebody was asking, right? The beginner.
Yeah, I guess
I
it's
would
Tulsa.
suggest KSR has 4 or 5 days Power BI free sessions also. If they review those,
Yeah,
it will help and it will save the time. So we can focus more on the other topics of this, because again, Indrajit has a certain time, right? Because we have to finish the course also in certain time. So I would
correct.
recommend people go through those 5 days videos free from KSR. They are awesome. They cover a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So like if you are come after watching that video, if you're coming to here, then you will be able to relate the things also. Like it will be not be
Yeah, I
completely
think
new
it's
for you.
from Santosh, right? Those 5 days.
Santosh. Correct.
Yes, please. Yeah, if you want, I can put that in the link, all the 5 again, if people who are on the group, WhatsApp group, so they can refresh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am asking about
Because
this.
it's a weekend, so people can prepare before you come. We're meeting on Monday, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you
Because
very much.
some
Even
colleagues.
this for Power Platform also 5 session will be on YouTube. First session is already uploaded, so you guys can go and share it with your friends whoever want to enroll. So then they will be getting the details about like what we will be covering and all, and this will also get uploaded might tomorrow or day after, so you will be
Right.
getting notification, so then you can use that.
Correct. So those 5 days they can start now, and by 28 they'll cover those 5 days Power BI, and by that time you will have 3 more sessions. So we will be done on 28 with those 3 sessions of Power Automate, right?
Yeah, Power Platform, correct.
You have 3 more for Power Platform. You have 3 more sessions, correct?
Yeah, 3 more free sessions are there.
Right.
So
So
then you have
3
to
and
enroll.
those 5, 8, it will be enough for us to get head start.
Correct.
Right.
Yep.
Just a suggestion, guys. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. It totally depends on individuals how you want to put it forward. So Deep has also given the good suggestion. So if you think that makes sense to you, so you can follow that. If you have some other plan, that you can follow that. There is no issue. Okay, guys.